It's a goal.
Hey everybody, welcome to another Arkham Horror List video. Today we're going to be talking about our 5 least favorite elite enemies, not including the ancient ones, but I think the only ancient one that would have been on my list is Udmore Doth anyway, so let's dive in and start talking. We have 14 cards to talk about. It's going to be a good time. Let's start with our number 5s, starting with Bryn. Ancient Zoog.
Alright, so firstly, I want to say I'm Team Ulthar all the way.
Yeah, me too.
Never any doubt. So I hate Zoogs. This guy just shows up and he power spawns more Zoogs. He's the worst Zoog.
Yeah. If you don't like Zoog, the guy who makes more Zoogs ain't gonna be something you're into.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like, I kind of like his design and what he does in game, but I don't like Zoogs.
That's fair.
It's a very bold position of you to take that you don't like one of the antagonists. Instead, you like the actual protagonist of the story.
You know, but if there's one thing Bryn is, it's controversial opinion, man. So
yeah.
Likewise, where he's like, I don't like whippoorwills because they kill me.
I died to one time. It sucked.
Yeah. So like, you ever get mired fighting a whippoorwill as Calvin? You're like, I've got 2 punch. This guy's just gonna kill me. Like my brain damage never gives me more punch.
This damn bird.
Right?
Travis and Mize, number 5, is the Harbinger of Volusia. Travis, why don't you go first?
Surprise, surprise, something from Forgotten Ages on this list of least favorite things. But it's just boring as shit. You never get to kill it. It never really matters. They never explain why it's there.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's like they introduced it to make that some scenarios more difficult, but it doesn't really.
It just makes them annoying.
Yeah.
Like, this dude just shows up, slithers up to you, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to evade him and walk away. And then he's like, just you wait. Like, and also, like, he was at the point where I was the most upset with this game with, like, the keyword soup, right? Mm-hmm. And this guy's just freaking keyword soup. He sucks. And, like, we've dealt, like, what, 6 damage to this guy? Because, like, there's no sense in attacking him.
You didn't get anything for killing him. It punishes you for killing him.
Yeah.
Like, who designed this shit?
Like, even when he has, like, 10 health per player, it's like, okay.
Man, my favorite part of running this campaign is when the campaign guide tells you to note down if the Harbinger is still alive. And it's like, what are you talking about? Just tell me to make a mark if it's dead.
Yeah.
Like, it won't be dead. It's never going to be dead. Don't tell me to note it every time it's still alive.
Yeah, like, you don't get rewarded for killing it. I don't understand why it's there.
It's there because snakes are scary. That's it.
Let's go to the next one.
All right, number 4, starting with Bryn.
All right, so this guy, I feel like he's just a wasted opportunity. Like, he should be really cool, and he should be dangerous, but instead, he doesn't do anything. He just sits there and he's like, you should kill me, because if you ever have one of these and I attack you, I'll kill you. But you won't, and he won't. And if you ever get one, you'll just kill him. Or run away, or whatever. He doesn't do anything. Yeah, anyway. I feel like he could have been a lot cooler than he is.
That's fair.
And, you know, it's sort of like one of those, you draw from the deck and you're like, I didn't draw a Mythos card this turn.
Yeah. Because he even spawns at the Palace of the King.
Like, he even spawn. You can't even go there. Like, whatever.
Yeah. My number 4 is Padma Amrita, because number 1, I always forget she exists. Number 2, because I always forget that the last act of that of Boundary Beyond exists, I don't think it should. The scenario is already hard enough as it is. We don't need this dumbass boss fight at the end with this lady. I mean, the art's great, right? Like, she's cool in the art. But, like, everything else just... Once again, keyword soup. Everything in that cycle needed to have alert, retaliate, and hunter. Because that's just how we're doing the Forgotten Age.
Yeah. And then it had to do something else, too.
Yeah, then it had to do more. And then if she attacks you, she sucks. That whole scenario sucks. And she sucks for it. Travis, what's your number 4?
It's the conductor. It was an enemy I forgot about until I was going through the list.
Steam Dragon.
No, it's not a dragon. It's like it's supposed to be a Diak. Like, why is this here? It's like they needed something to make this scenario harder, and they were like, "Yeah, just slap a boss monster in it."
Yeah, I'm not sure there's ever been a different scenario that I've lost on turn 2.
Yeah, but it's just like it's not cool. It's not relevant to the story. It has no relevance to like Yog Sothoth. It has no relevance to Dunwich or the Dunwich Legacy. It's just there. There's no reason for it to exist. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. They're like, you're telling me that the reason the train's going off the rails because this big steam bird thing, but also it's chasing us instead of attacking it, coming at us from the engine.
Well,
Where the steam comes from?
It's attacking the tail because that's the tastiest part.
I don't know. Okay, I don't think so.
No, Travis, it's attacking the tail because it understands that a scenario needs to be balanced. It was like, can I attack the middle of the cart? And they're like, no, we must balance the scenario, Mr. Steambird. And he was like, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I don't know why this card is here.
It's exactly why you said it. They wanted a boss fight.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3. Starting with Bryn. What do we got, Bryn?
Yeah, this guy's literally a glorified clock. Like, he doesn't do any... Like, you don't fight him. Well, I mean, I guess you could. But, like, he's actually just there to be like, this is how much time you've got.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all he does. He's not exciting. He's not cool. He doesn't really do anything neat. You can't even evade him. Like, you know. I guess if you kill him, the scenario ends, but...
But, like, it's very hard to kill him.
Yeah.
It's,
He doesn't even have, like, that neat of artwork. It's just, like, a mutant dog thing.
I know this is a very me problem, but I don't like, from, like, a game feel perspective of the enemies where they have a health box, and then beneath it says they get +3 investigator health, for example.
It feels very misleading.
Like, I look at the card and I'm like, oh, 7 damage is nothing. And then I do 7 damage, and then Bryn says, Justin, can't you fucking read? And then I look at it and say, oh, God!
Yeah, like, I think that was their initial plan for it, and then, because you see that only on the earlier ones, they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, which is good. I think they also understood that it's kind of awkward to grok. Yeah.
Grok.
I agree, though, Bryn. He's just boring. That's what I said when you gave him to me on the list. I'm like, yeah, this dude's dull.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of dull, how about Mudman? So the worst scenario in the Path to Carcosa has the worst elite enemy, in my opinion. He's just boring. Like, what is he?
He's wearing the coat.
Pardon?
He's wearing the coat.
It's true. It is true. But, like, it's kind of like the experiment. It's just like a doll, or like even the conductor. It's just this doll thing to have there. And it doesn't have, like, the fun and menace that Big Butt Baby does, right? It's just this weird Mudman. And I'm like, I don't care. I wish there was more to it. Like, I understand this is probably art from the Call of Cthulhu game, right? But I feel like if they're going to have something like this, they should have like a story reason for what's happening, not just that the door opens and hey, there's Mudman having a good time, right?
It's raining outside. He's made of clay.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta get in. I'm melting.
Yeah.
Bryn, you should be a writer for them. That's incredible.
Travis, what's your number 3?
It's this guy.
Taco?
Zara. Yeah, Taco Man. He's mostly on this list because I'm jealous that he has the Kopesh of the Abyss and I don't get to play with it ever because his scenario is too hard.
Yeah.
I would like to cut people up with that sick ass sword, and he just gets to cut me up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. It's like pretty much all I got for this.
I think it's also
I
because the art is associated with Kopesh of the Abyss, right? This guy doesn't feel like an elite enemy, right? Like his stat box does, right?
Oh,
if you don't think this guy feels like an elite enemy, you haven't played the scenario enough.
I mean more like from just like when you look at him, right? Like his stat box is definitely killer, right? Like he is a beast. But like the art's just Kopesh of the Abyss, and it always will be in my mind. I'm not fighting him, I'm fighting Kopesh of the Abyss.
That's pretty fair, I guess.
That's me though, that might just be me.
Yeah.
Alright, number 2, starting with Bryn.
This guy's just an asshole. Like, he just follows you around the Clover Club, and he's like, "Are you winning, son?" And you're like, "Yeah." And then he hits you with a belt.
Yeah.
And that's like what he does.
That is what he does. Bryn's not wrong.
I see you won at blackjack once. Get the fuck out.
No, he doesn't even kick you out though. He just like punches you in the gut, and he's like, "Yeah, that'll teach you to win at blackjack." And you're like, "What?"
The dealer went botched out. This is my fault.
Yeah, like I don't see how this is my fault. The dealer kept 14. He's an idiot.
Yeah,
but anyway, he's like, and like he doesn't he this is not an elite enemy. This is just a guy working for the Obania gang.
Yeah. But
that's it.
He's wearing the elite flower pin on his coat.
Yeah, okay, sure. He's the pit boss, but like, you know, there's not much fancy about him.
Yeah. My number 2 are these dumb heretic ghosts. I hate them. They're stupid. They're stupid, and I hate them. They also actually have the same health and then more in the text box thing as well. They also have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like we just recently replayed this scenario and I had an abysmal time with it, and like these guys just suck. Like I hate them. Like if this scenario didn't exist, these probably would be the Brood of Yog-Sothoth, right? But luckily the Return to made them a lot better. Now we always play with like the Sonic one and big eye guy, right?
Yeah. No, those guys are fun now.
But like this one they're stupid and I hate them.
Yeah.
It's just they feel bad to me.
I do like the one of them that you like spend the clue and parlay, and then you flip it over and he's like, "I got a lot of problems with these people and you're gonna hear about them," and you're like, "Yeah, okay, Grandma, tell me about them." And they're like, "Thank you, I can rest."
Yeah.
I just wanted to complain for a bit.
Yeah, and they're like, "I'm all ears, Grandma, I'm all ears." Travis, what's your number 2?
This is Slithering Duel, and this card was such a letdown because in every other game, duels will fuck you up, and this guy will not.
No.
Yeah, he kind of just goes down like a chump. That's what he's got.
Yeah, he shows up and you're like, okay. Like, I guess I'll kill him. It's, hey, look, it's like free experience.
This Dole deals as much damage as these dumb ghosts.
Yeah, this guy should be chunking you for like 2 hearts and 1 brain, or like 3 hearts and no brain, and he should have like 6 punch, and like 3 foot's pretty fair, I guess. But like, Doles should be scary. Doles are historically terrifying.
Yeah, they're big boys.
Not. He's just a
Well, going
letdown.
through the list, as I was looking through stuff, I've been avoiding spoilers for Innsmouth, but I saw that there's a Loigor, and he's also pretty disappointing. And that just
Yeah, wait
bums
till you
me
find
out.
out that Loigor was originally like an old one.
Yeah. Come on. All right, should we get to our number ones?
Yeah.
All right, number ones. Drum roll, please. Bryn, what's your number one?
I got Diane Divine, Mercurial and Mischievous. This is the Diane Divine from the base encounter set, not the Return to set.
Yeah.
So the things I hate about this Diane Divine and the things I love about this Diane Divine are all like they happen to be the same thing. So like the flavor of her is that she shows up at her party and monopolizes the attention of the guest you were trying to talk to. Which, you know, is annoying. But then you can just shoot her in the face. And she dies, and that's it. And like, you know, you start talking to the person again, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, no, that's a normal party thing to do."
Okay. Oh yeah. As I was saying, I sang in France at the
Yeah. Anyway, that's like the thing I hate, but I also kind of love about her.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, she shows up at the party and she starts talking to the person you were talking to, and you're just like, "No, Pacow."
I love
You talk to
in,
me.
That was very rude of you to cut our conversation.
Yeah.
I love how in her first design she did not do as intended.
Yeah, like she would just show up and you just shoot her. Like,
Or even just the fact that like if you have an enemy with like one clue on it, you just like she just stays there for the whole night, right?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't work with what they wanted her to be.
yeah, you go and talk to Jordan Perry for a bit, and she comes up over and she's like, "Oh, Mr. Perry, you're very rich," and you're like, "Cool, I'll leave you to it. That guy's boring as hell anyway."
Yeah, because even if there's 0 clues on someone, she'll just stay on them, right? So
Yeah.
it's like, wow. She just does nothing. She's just talking to Jordan Perry all night.
Yeah.
Until he turns into Smoke Man. I don't have much to say about my number one other than that he's like a fucking nerd. Like, he's so dumb. And I just don't like him, and he's a nerd. And I honestly, as I was making my list, I was just like, there's no one on this. I mean, maybe the Heretics should be number one because I really despise them. But, like, this guy is just stupid. And that's
fair.
me. Travis?
Yeah, speaking of stupid, this is Alejandro Vela. He's piece shit. He wants you to beg and grovel for your life, as you can read on his card. But we don't do that. We just kill. He's like a massive dick throughout the entire campaign, and yeah, everybody hates him in our group at least.
Dude, someone in the
He
comments.
doesn't even He doesn't even get to like. There's a little bit of spoilers for later, so don't listen if you haven't played Forgotten Age. But he doesn't even get to be like a cool snake lady at the end. He's just like an asshole still.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, look at his stupid shitty face.
Dude, on that note,
Don't you want to punch him?
on that note, someone in the comments was like, Justin's looking mighty a lot like Alejandro right now.
Oh yeah, that's not a good place to be.
It's close, especially now that I have a mustache. It's just like, uh-oh. Am I Alejandro? Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, I agree, Travis.
Yeah, man.
Alejandro sucks. Just to plead for your life. Do you not have respect for yourself, gamers, if you're gonna plead to this man for your life?
Yeah, like to be fair, Ishtaka says that too, but she's also a big scary snake woman,
Yes.
and this guy's just some asshole.
Yeah.
Like he shows up in the campaign, he's like, "Hey, we should murder all these natives," and you're like, no."
Yeah, slow down.
And then later,
buddy.
he's like, "You should give me the relic for reasons." And you're like, no."
and then he
then
gets kidnapped
she,
and we
like,
go and save him.
He kidnaps you, and then you save him. And at the end, he's like, "Wow, you guys are still. I still hate you guys." And you're like, "That's good. We still hate you too." And then you get to the
That's
end,
good.
and he's like, "You should plead to your life for me." Like Ishtaka, like, she pretends to be your friend, and
Yeah.
then like she betrays you, but like it makes her like it's a good story moment. Whereas Alejandro, you thought was an asshole all along.
Like,
Yeah,
And then
he's
he
just
turned
like,
out he was, and
surprise,
you're like,
I'm an
wow.
even bigger asshole.
like Ishtaka, when she betrays you, it feels like she's doing it for the good of the good of her people, right? Alejandro is doing it just for him from day one.
Yeah, like when Ishitaka turns out she's bad, you're just kind of like, you're like, oh my god, she was like this tough decision for her to make, or like, man, she was on our side, she was our friend for most of it, and then but Alejandro, it's like, surprise, I'm bad. You're kind of like, yeah, no,
I'm going to
Saw
murder
that
you, and I
coming.
will never lose sleep over it.
When you told me we should murder every single native here, like, yeah, I kind of got that. For
Yeah,
you. That kinda
that's
vibe for you.
where it hit me, Alejandro, you freaking jerk.
Scenario 1.
And then he's like, plead for your life. All right. Well, those are our 5 least favorite elite enemies. As always, keep the list video ideas coming. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.